Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today another installation for the EV9. Some of you guys know I came from a Tesla, and one of the things I miss in the EV9 is all the dash cam functionalities. So with the Tesla, they're pretty amazing to the fact of using the cameras of the car to actually function also as a dash cam, which no other car company is doing it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so far Tesla has been doing it pretty well. The fact that it's integrated within the car system, you can view the clips, the sensors, even from your phones, which is amazing. So that's something that's missing from the on the EV9. So what I did in my other cars is install the dash cam. So now in this case, I'm going to try to be as seamless as possible, as OEM as possible, and I was thinking of different solutions. And I remember that in my other cars, what I installed is the FITCAMX. So that's what I got here. The FITCAMX dash cam, which is a dash cam that replaces an existing OEM cover and makes it as seamless as possible. You don't even realize there's a dash cam in the car. So that's amazing. So I got this. This is the dual dash cam, so I'll be installing the front and the back. So it requires more work, but I like to have both the front and the back just in case. Let it be for going to court for a ticket, or even in case of accidents, you just have a better coverage having the front and the back. It's not necessary. Some people, the front is just enough, but the back requires that you have to wire everything from the front to the back. So a lot of work. You have to pass through the wires, and even once you reach the trunk in the back, you have to kind of snake your wire in through the different grooves. So yeah, extensive work, but it's something that's worth it. So I usually do both cameras. So that's what I'll be doing today. So I'll be installing the front and the back for this car, and I'll also show you what comes in the box as well. And then afterwards, we'll get to the installation. All right. So let me show you what's inside the box. So this is the box. I just opened it because I'm with one hand, so I just pre-opened it. So you usually get, if I remember correctly, one box with the adapters, because you do plug in to the existing wiring of the car. So this is a plug-and-play solution, by the way, guys. You guys don't need to get anything at all. Everything comes in the kit. You don't have to splice any wires or anything. So this one, you get two adapters. I believe you can choose one or the other. One is, I believe, the 9-pin, and the other one is the 12, or it's the opposite. One is usually for the rain sensor, and the other one is usually for the central mirror, which is also powered. So you can use either or. So you get these two cables here. You also get an adapter here to actually plug this to the computer if you want to take the micro SD card out. And then you want to plug it into the computer to actually view your videos. And you do have also a pry tool that they give you. So that's amazing. The other one is the actual dash cam. So let me open this up. Okay, so for safety, some bubble wrapping. Okay, so let me try to actually take everything out. So you do have a user manual, of course, get support. And also, there you go, they actually explain it to you. Please find the correct connector location. So the 10-pin or the 12-pin, and they actually put to QR code to actually view the instructions. So there you go. So I think the 10-pin one is the central mirror. The other one is the rain sensor, I believe, which is a 12-pin. So what's in here? So let's take this out. So you do have the back camera. So this is the back camera that I have to do all those wiring that I talked about. Then we have here the actual front camera. As you can see, this is the actual casing. There you go. Rear cam connection. So this is where I'm going to connect to the rear camera here. And this is the front cam connection that I'll use the adapter that I talked about before. And this is the actual casing that will replace in the car. It's supposed to be exactly an OEM fit. So yeah, this is yeah, looks like the same in the car. Okay, so now that this is done, let's get to the installation. So I'll start doing the front first, and after the front is done, I'll do the back one. All right, so let's start by removing this trim here. That's the first thing to do. So what you want to do is you want to put the mirror down so you can have more access to it, and you don't want to damage this as well. The first step is to remove this one here. So you can maybe do it by hand, or you can also use the pry tool here that comes with it. So this is just supposed to come off just by pulling it. So you might want to give a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You just have to, force it a little bit. I'll just show you guys the clip. As you can see, these are the clips here. So just a little bit of force. You think it'll break it, but no, usually you don't. So you can do it with your hands or use the actual pry tool that was provided. So once that's off, the second step is to remove this one here. So this one slides off like this. And this one you want to actually pull down like this. So you want to just push it down this way. There you go. I just pushed it down. Came off pretty easily. So so it is a slide, as you can see. I'm just gonna try to zoom in here. You have a clip here, you have a clip here, you have another clip here, and another one here. So like I mentioned, sorry for the camera, I just moved it. It's like this, and you just want to slide it down and it comes off. So these are the connectors I was talking to you about. So you have the, I believe this is the rain sensor. There's actually 3 of them. There's 1, 2, and 3. Actually 4. Okay, so you might have the camera as well. So I'm not sure which one's which. So you have a bunch of them. But at least I believe they are color coded. Because these ones, the one we got is the white one, which I believe is this one here. And then we have a black one, which resembles this one here. So you can use either or. So whatever is compatible, you can use it depending on what's the configuration in your car. In my case, I think I might go with the rain sensor itself, or the camera. That's one of the things. Because I know some people were mentioning the fact that this car actually wakes up as well, like, even if it's not started. So it might drain the battery. So I don't know. I'm going to test one of them and I'll see what the results are. Technically, the car shouldn't be powering any of these if it's not turned on. So I'm going to try with one and then we'll see. So maybe I can start with the black one here and then we'll figure it out. So let me do this. So it's just a little pin here, just comes out pretty easily. And let's see if this is the one that fits to it. Yeah, that's a perfect fit right there. Okay, so that's one. And then you want to put back the connector where it was. Which way do I do it? Yeah, it was this way. And then slide it in. You hear the click, then you are done. And then this one you can just tuck it in where you want. Usually it'll come up in here anyways. This will cover it. And this is the one that connects to the actual camera here. So this is the new one here. I'm going to show it here. And then you have the rear camera one. And then you have the actual camera, the front one here. So this is what you will connect to this one here. So you just want to do that. And you can't go wrong with this. Usually there's a little mark here. Here you go. You just want to match up these two here. So there's a line here and there's a line here. Just match them up and that's the only way to go. You would also want to connect the back camera, or you can leave it just hanging here and finish the installation for this. So it's really up to you, your preference. In this case, I'm just going to show you guys how to put it back, and then I'll do the back camera afterwards. So here you go. You want to tuck in everything as much as you can. Oh yeah, you want to be able to do this, you have to take this off as well and then put it back at the end. So you want to do the same thing. Just pull that tab off. I'm just going to do it off video, but it's the same process. I don't know if I can show you guys. This is just the back here. There you go. That's off. So that came off. And then you want to put all this back very nicely. There you go. And then I'm also going to take the rear camera from this. So you want to tuck it in so it doesn't obstruct with anything. And then, so at this point, you pretty much do the opposite of what you did. So when you pull down this way, you just want to pull it back up. But you want to make sure that all the different clips actually goes into the grooves. So that might be a little tricky, so but you still see through a little bit, so just have to wiggle it a little bit and then it'll go back in. Okay. There you go. So that is done. So you just want to make sure that it's secure. You push on both ways, and then you just want to double check. And this is the dash cam, guys. I'm just going to try to move it a little bit. You can barely tell it's there. So it's just a little extra thing. And the dash cam is on the front here. And then you put the SD card here. If you bought the SD card with it, it'll come. If not, you can buy your own SD card and it'll be functional. You do have a little sticker here in the front. That's a protective layer. You have to take that off before using it. And as you can see, I put the rear camera here accessible since I'll be doing the installation as well. And then even if you want to do the installation another day, at least it'll be there. Tuck it in and you can put this cover back another day. Okay, so now I'm going to do the installation, the wiring of the rear camera, which we have here. So this is plugging in from here. Let me just show you guys. There you go. So you plug this one into here, and then after you want to wire all the way in the back. Or you can also do the opposite. You can start putting the camera from the back and bringing it in the front. It's really up to you. What's nice is the fact that you can just do the wiring and then connect the camera at the end. I like to do from front to back and then connect it at the end. It's just easier that way, so I don't have to tuck in the extra wires here. I can try to do it in the trunk itself. Usually there's some little space there, but it's really a personal preference. Okay, so let's install the back camera. So for the rear camera, we'll take this wire here. We're just gonna take off the actual clip here. And you'll see you have one big one and one small one. One's female, one's male. And this one here is a male here. So you want to connect the small one. So it's pretty much where it says rear camera with the rear camera label here. So female to male. And then the other one where there's no label, that's the one that goes in the back. So it might be inverse for you guys, but I'm just letting you know. Usually the female, the male goes in the back and the female is here in the front. So you can adjust accordingly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you guys don't see it on camera, I'm just going to try to untangle all this so I can start working this and straightening it. So I just like to straighten it. You can do this beforehand as well. You can unroll it and keep it at home or outside in the sun a little bit, you know, and not too long. So you can straighten the cable and then it'll be easier to work with. So that's, once that's done, let me actually connect these. Okay, there you go. So that's done. So this is a long thing here, so you want to make sure you want to tuck it in. So there's plenty of space here inside, so you can just tuck it in. And then what you want to do is just take this cable and you just want to bring it up here inside the top here. So there's a lot of space in there. It's hard to film. I'll try to move the camera a little later, but you just want to tuck it in inside every time you go for it. So let me try to move the camera. Well, I'm not sure if there's going to be any help. There's a lot of light here. So pretty much what I mentioned here, just move the cable inside. You can use the pry tool to push this in, or you can also use your fingers. It's not that hard here. You just shove this in here, and then you keep going until you reach the A pillar here. Okay, so I'm just going here. I'm gonna move the camera. I'll try to show you guys what I'm doing, if it's possible. There you go. So now I've reached the A pillar here. So the easy way here is just to pass this through, but your airbag is here. Good practice is putting this behind the airbag in case they deploy. You don't want your whole wiring to come off as well. And you can also, injure you if, things just fly off. So what we can do is we can take off the A pillar here and then keep passing the wire. So I'll show you guys how to take off the A pillar. I've done this on the other cars. This one might be specific or different than the other ones. But let me just show it to you. So move the angle here so you guys can see better. So this is the A pillar here. You usually want to remove the weather stripping here, so it'll be easier to work with. It is raining a little bit outside, but let me just still try to do it. So the weather stripping usually just comes off very easily. I'm not going to remove the whole A pillar because I just want to pass the wire through. You can remove the whole thing if you want. That's your option here. But the wire is not coming from the bottom because we're not doing a hard wire with the battery. We're just plugging into the sensors already existing. So we can just simply remove this. But I believe there is a clip in here. Oh yeah, there is a clip in here. But guess what? I don't need access to the clip because I don't need to do, undo all this. So what I can do is I can just pass through the wire behind it, and that'll be that. Let me try to move the camera once again, and I'll show you. So now that the cable is passed, what you want to do is pretty much just tuck in the cable inside here. So in this case, you can use the pry tool that's been provided. You can push it in. So sometimes it's easier than putting your hands, or if you can, just shove it in, and it just goes in pretty easily. So this is where you have to take off the weather stripping here. So I'm just gonna move the camera on this side, if I can. That is. And I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. There you go. So you have to remove up till here so you can pass it through this one here. So keep going it. So sometimes it will come off, so you just want to make sure you tuck it in very nice inside. And then here you go. So you keep doing this all the way to the back, into the little grooves, until you reach the back, and I'll show you more once we get there. So this is the actual A pillar here, and then as you can see, this is the airbag, and I can pass my finger through. So all I need to do is pass the wire through here, and I'll be behind the actual airbag. So I'll be good to go. The only disadvantage is the fact that I have to loop all that wire in, all that big quantity of wire, but that's a little price to pay for this. So I'm just gonna loop this through. I'll try to show you guys. Obviously it's easier if you just remove the panel completely, but I'm trying to save myself a little bit of work. which might end up being actually harder, but hey, it's really up to you. Okay, will I be able to pass this through? I can feel the cable. I can see the cable, but will it pass through? That is the question. All right. There is hope. Okay, and the cable is coming. Okay, I got the cable. So I got passed through here. The only thing is this part is pretty bulky. So that's what's making things complicated. But other than that, the rest is just easy. Yeah, it just goes through. No issue here. I can just pull the cable and it should be fine. So let me just pull everything out. Let me try to change the KIA angle for you guys, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm passing this cable through, and I'm just pretty much just pulling. So in this way, I'm going behind the airbag, and it's a much safer installation that way. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm done. The last bit is this one here. So you just want to tuck it in just a little bit inside here. You don't even see it. Okay. All right, so let me just put the pillar back. I think it's just, yeah, it just goes back in like that. Yeah, guys, it's really not that hard. It just goes back in. I'm just gonna put the weather stripping back. I'm gonna put it back once I start running this wire through. So let me change the angle for this camera. So I tucked in the cable all the way here, passed it all the way here, and then I'm just gonna show you guys. It came out from, let me just take this out. It came out from here, which I passed all the way through here, through here, through here, through here, and then on top of here, and then I'm gonna go in the back. So from there, all the way here, 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 and then here, and then we're here now. So you can't really tell. Maybe just the parts maybe that I pulled a little too much, maybe slightly, but no, you can tell the cable is there. And now I'm here. So the next step would be to bring this cable here and then pass it through one of these ones, this one or this one here, and that will allow me to get here and then pass the cable and put the camera in the back here. So I just need to figure out how to take this one off. I believe there are clips. Let me check. Oh yeah, there you go. There's one clip here, and then you have another one here. So I have to figure out how I'm going to take that off. The lighting is also here. Okay, on my other cars, the lighting were on the top, so now it's here, so I don't know if I'll be able to remove this. Okay, so let me figure this out, and yeah, we'll make this happen. So I brought the car inside because it started raining. So I think I'm just going to try to pass the wire through here without taking this off first. So that's going to be the first thing to do. Then after that, well, maybe I can try to move this if it's not too hard. Actually, this might be a little harder to remove. Slightly, it's doable. So you can actually remove this and the wire just goes right through here. Okay, so let me just get the pry tool here. Put that in. Sorry, the camera is all the way there, but eventually get here. Oh yeah, so there's some gooey stuff in here. Okay, so just got to be careful with this. I don't know, it looks like a tar-like substance in between the joints here. So don't pull out the trim too much. And then I will try my best to put this inside and get it all the way to the middle. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing this off camera, and then I'll start once I get to the middle here. So I'm back. I'm all the way here. So there is some black stuff in between this and I don't know, the car. This weather strip has some sort of black sealant or something. So just got to be careful so you don't get this dirty. So I took off these ones. What do you call these? The grommets. So I took these ones out. It's pretty easy. It just comes off like that. So now what I have to do is pass this wire here through here, at least get it out on that side so that I can fish it through. So that's going to be the tough part here, because since I don't want to take out too much of the trim, and then this is going to be the tricky part. So you can also fish this through if you want, and I might actually do that. So that might be easier. Or I think my hand will just do the trick. Let me see. Yeah, I think I got it. Just push it through a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I got it. So the wire came off on this side. So now I just have to fish it through here, and then I'll be good to go. So let me just push this through. It'll slowly come off. Okay. As you can see, the cable length is actually not bad. It's almost perfect. But if you have some extra one, you can tuck it in at the end, but you still want to bring as much as you can, because the only thing left now is from here to, let me show you at the top. So from here to all the way here in the middle. That's pretty much all you need. So you'll have an extra cable here. Okay, so now this is usually the tricky part in every single car. Trying to get this cable here, but this one seems not bad. I'm saying that now, but I might regret it. So let's try. And this is a thick part. So what usually works, Vaseline, it's usually something that you can use. Or you can put a fishing wire. You can put some, well, fishing wire is usually harder. Any kind of rope, small rope, you can put that in too. I'm just going to try to do it. Usually I try it by hand first, and if it's too hard by hand, then I just try to use some kind of tool to do it. So I'm going to keep pushing this and see if it goes through. Usually what it does is it gets stuck in those grooves here. So that's the only thing you have to be careful. Then the rest, it's actually not bad. Okay. Yeah, it's feel like it's just being stuck there. Usually sometimes it's just the angle you push it into, because there's a right angle here. And sorry for the lighting here, I'm in the garage, so okay. So I'm not going to film this whole thing, so I'm just going to keep trying, and I'll get back to you once I'm done. All right, so that wasn't bad. Took me roughly 5 to 6 minutes. I just pushed it through. So I just pushed it here and then just pushed it inside. You do need to have a little bit of strength here because the grooves just keeps blocking it, so you just have to keep pushing it. And once you feel it's here, just, you know, move this. Once you move this thing just comes at the tip. When it's at the tip, you can use a plier and then just pull it through. So you just want to be careful with the existing cables, but don't use anything sharp. And voila, this actually went through. So we got this through. I'm not going to put anything back now. I just want to make sure that I do the wiring first, and we'll have to remove this trim panel here. So I'm going to try to do that. So let's see how this comes off. So I'll try to use the pry tools here. Sometimes this is not enough, so you might have to get other pry tools, or just want to see how this opens. So I'm going to try maybe this way. Oh yeah, so this opened up. So on the sides. And let me try to, usually there should be another one. Okay, that's good. So that's what you want. You want to start with one side, and I'm sorry for the angle, guys. It's I'm having my holder here. So pull this out. Yeah, so just keep pulling it. And let me turn it this way. And you don't want to pull too much, just enough to when you feel it. There you go. So let me just show you. You have a clip here, here, here. Another one at the bottom, here, 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 and here. I guess if we break them, you can replace these, so they're not part of the actual assembly. It's clips that can be replaced. So they go in these holes here. Okay. And I know this video is taking a long time, but I just want to show you guys everything, every step of the way. So now what you want to do is pass the cable through here. And since you're going to go in the middle, you potentially want to pass the cable through here. There you go. So they are connected. I can feel the cable. And then fish it through. There you go. So that's done. So the wire came through here, and then I fished it through. What you can do is you can start using tie wraps now and tying it here. So that means, you know, it's not going to be dangling anywhere, making noise. So now the tricky part, I need to bring it here because I want my camera to be here in the middle. So I note this is the mechanism for the wiper, because there is a wiper on this car. So this is the motor, and then you also have, I believe this is tubing. Do you have any fluid coming in? I guess there is, just don't see it. This doesn't look like a fluid cable. This looks more, oh yeah, this might be a fluid cable here. Yeah, so this is the windshield fluid. So the cable is here, and this one is here. So let me see if I can pass through here, and then just come here. It shouldn't be blocking anything. So let's attempt it. Some way if I do manage to get the cable from there. Oh yeah, it actually goes through. There you go. I don't know if you guys see it. I just passed the cable behind this. But you do want to be careful. That's where it turns, right? So once you're gonna tie it down, maybe you want to go on the other side. Okay. All right. So you passed the cable, guys. That's it. So now we just need to connect to the camera, fix the camera here, and then make sure we take the extra wires and just tie them down here. So let me go get the camera here, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with the camera. I remember the last time there was no sticker, so this is nice. Now they have a sticker here, this side up. So that's good. So that means the camera needs to be facing up, because when you start putting it this way, it's facing down. So you probably get the image flipped in this case. So this one would be the proper way of fixing it. And then you have extra cable here too. So maybe I shouldn't have put this through here. Maybe I should have put this one through here first. So let me just actually undo this, because I obviously don't need this much cable. And then I'll have to put the cable through here. There you go. So yeah, so that would be the best thing here. So put the cable from the camera and then connect them later and then tie them up here. As for the location, you want to choose as middle as possible. There's also these lines here for the defrost. It's really up to you. Sometimes it might be coming in the view of the camera, sometimes not. In this case, I'll try to avoid them, but I guess it's also adjustable. This is adjustable here. Okay, so you want to wash this area. I'm going to use, hold on, I should have something for that. There you go. So this is what I use, Invisiglass. I'll use that a little bit. You can use a little bit of alcohol, I guess, if you want. But this should do the job. So let me clean that off. Okay, so it might drip, so I'm just gonna spray it on this first. And then wipe this down. Okay. And then I'm going to use the other side just to dry it. Okay. So this is the double-sided 3M tape. I'm not sure if there's extras in the box. I haven't seen it, but make sure you do this right the first time. I'm going to get as close as possible to the actual door here. There's a little bit of trim that's going to come here, just a little bit. As you can see, you can take your reference on this side. So the trim does come up a little bit, but I'm going on top of the first line here. So should be enough. Okay, so I'm going to do this here. Should be the middle. So you want to peel that off. Okay. And then you want to do as center as possible, as straight as possible. There you go. Let me see if this actually works. It should. All right. So I'm just going to try to close the actual hatch and see how it does show up outside. So I'm just going to tuck in this here. It's just temporary for now. Let me remove this mount. And let's see. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. Let me try to turn on the camera. Yeah, you see it here? So that's where the camera will be. So you do have this thing here. So you want it to face a little bit down here. So hopefully I did put it in the right way, but it looks like it's good. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to connect to the, here, this is, oh, sorry. So that's why you guys probably don't see it. It is here. I'm going to try to connect to the actual smartphone that I have now just to see if the angle is good. And then I'm going to tuck in everything. It's always good to check the angle before you put everything in. You could always twist this. So this one I had to adjust a little bit this way. Actually, I think the way it came was perfect, but you can still do the adjustments. So now let's try to tuck in all the wires. You want to pull everything as far as possible on this side, so you don't have extra cable in there. I feel like this might get tangled in, so let me try to get it on the other side actually. Oh, sorry guys, the camera just fell off. Really sorry about that. Yeah, so this might be better if I put it on the other side. So let me just try to do that first. So disconnect this and take the camera and put it on. You can do it directly here if you want, because this will go through the trim and you can actually avoid all that area there. So that's a possibility. But this hole, you need it. So you can't use this to tie this. So you'll have to go through here and then tie it till here. Or if you want, you can go through here. And this is a possibility. So you want to actually go into the mechanism, and it'll just be right here. So that's one thing. Okay, so let me do that. Here you go. So I just used a tie wrap here, and then I just need to cut this piece off. There you go. And then I just tied it here, tucked in properly, and this I just left it a little bit loose just in case. I don't want it to be stretching too much. But you can even tighten it a little more if you want, because sometimes it does rattle too. You can put some other stuff too. You know, some people like to put some anti-rattling, soundproof stuff too. You can put anything you want here, but I just do it simple like this. And then afterwards, you just want to put back the trim. This is how it goes. Yeah, so this is how it goes. So you just have to go with the hole here, just match them up, and then push it down. Let me try to see. I'm just gonna leave the cable a little out here so it doesn't get, and just, the phone will shake because it's actually tied to this. There you go. Everything's back in. You want to give it a little bit, hit it everywhere. There you go. Clean installation. So a little bit of cable that comes out and squished in, but shouldn't have any issues. That's it, guys. That's how you install a dash cam on an EV9 2026, but for 2024, 2025 should be the same thing. Before I forget, which I did actually, don't forget to put this back. So small reminder, I actually forgot this. So even if you put everything back, you can still put this. So make sure it's tight and it's sealed so no water goes inside. All right, so now we are set. That's it, folks. Hope you liked the video. Let me know if you have any suggestions, if you've done it differently. Any feedback is always welcome. I haven't really seen a lot of video out there doing these installations, so hopefully this helps you. And I'll put at the end of this video some clips from footage from the dash cam. So once this is done, I'm just going to go outside, drive it a little bit. It's nighttime now, so it's going to be night shots. If I can tomorrow, I'll try to get some day shots. If not, I'll just going to be night shots. So at least you'll get a sense of what the quality is for nighttime. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys next time.